What's up? This is Gilbert Arenas rocking with the 3-Point Conversion Radio. Y'all tune in. Holla at your boy.
With Rick and then go to Sam.
JB, I remember all the way back to minicamp, Terry saying he thought it was really important this season that he be really steady, that he lead, that he is more than just taking care of himself. With all the other change, how has that worked out this season?
Terry's had a great year. Got off to a really good start, handling himself in a very professional manner, came back better, more aggressive. I like him offensively. He's moving the ball, sharing the ball. His shot making was big tonight, but his playmaking as well. I mean, he's really matured in his playmaking ability. He's handled the 2 spot tonight. Obviously, we needed him at the 1. He handled it with poise and grace, and really proud of him. And every night we take it for granted, but he sets the tone for us defensively. You know, he's up on the ball. He hawks that ball for us, sets the tone. And to me, that was the difference tonight, was our defense.
Is it an easy thing to know that he can adapt to it when you ask him to do a bunch of different things?
Yeah, he's very versatile, Rick. I mean, in last year, he played a lot of 1, so he has that ability to switch over. And I think that really set the tone for him this year as far as playmaking, was having that ball in his hands a lot more last season. He's grown, Rick. I think the biggest thing is he's just grown. He's gotten better. I trust him with the ball and off the ball, and I trust him defensively. And he should trust himself. I mean, he's having a major impact on our program.
Thank you.
Sam?
Hey, JB, congrats on the win. Obviously, a lot of goodness when you had a franchise record for rebounds, I think 67 points in the last 3 quarters. Is there anything in particular that you were more pleased with in any other area today in the win?
The defense. I mean, that's where it starts and ends for us. For us to climb the rankings in this conference, in this league, we got to defend every single night. Last 2 teams we played, they're elite, and we're going to learn something from those 2 games. But I expected our guys to come in with the right mindset defensively. They set the tone from the start. Did not have a great first quarter, but from then on, 21, 24, that's got to be the program every single night.
Thank you.
And the board as well, to your point. I didn't answer your board question, but I thought part of that deal was taking care of the board.
Go to Scott Fowler.
Coach, can you speak to the differences in styles of Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball, who both get a lot of things done out there, but in very different ways?
Yeah, I think Gordon's more. I mean, obviously, the game feels a little bit slower for Gordon. He plays at a different pace. You can't speed him up. He plays at his own rhythm. Melo puts the pressure on teams. He's the catalyst for a lot of our pressure on teams. He's always at the line of scrimmage. He's always in that 2-minute drill, is LaMelo. And that's good for us. We need that. He keeps the pace. He keeps the pressure. And especially in the half court, Gordon's ability to slow down, see the game, read the game, not be fazed by different defenses. I think it's a really good combination of the 2. One is keeping us, pushing the pace and moving it forward, and constant pressure on the defense. And the other one's just ready to attack.
Let's go to Rod and then Richie.
Hey, JB, you guys are now 9-0 when you go to the 4th quarter with the lead in the game. What's happening in your mind in the 4th quarter, close these games out? And as a young team, how do you, build upon that to show the guys how the importance of a 4th quarter lead is for you guys to win these games?
That's a good stat. I didn't know it, but it feels that way. When it's close, when we're tied in the 4th quarter, we're coming out on the right side of this stuff. For whatever reason, we execute in the 4th. It's tight. We get good shots. We execute defensively. We've been one of the better closing teams in this league, and that's not easy to do. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I mean, that's a heck of a job by a young team. That for us to be able to close out these games in 4th quarters. But I guess to answer your question, we got to get to the 4th quarter with the lead. That's the biggest thing right there. Get off to good starts, play well through 3 quarters. fourth quarter, we're a good closing team. So I'm really just proud of their effort tonight. The guys were fantastic. They were professional today. They came in with the right mindset for 48 minutes. Even though we weren't perfect, I thought the mindset was there for 48 minutes.
Hey, JB. Hey, JB. Kind of going off Scott's question here. How important is Gordon Hayward's shot-making ability for your team? And I know he's the oldest on your team, but would you equate his skills to have some old man game in him?
He does have some old man game in him. Part of it, he'll get you. If you went to the wide, Richie, you'd get back cut out of from a guy like Gordon, right? He's going to find a back cut, something easy to the rim. You can't pressure him. You can't get him out of his comfort zone. And he does have a little bit of an old man game at times, but it really helps us in the half court, Richie. That's the biggest thing. He can make plays in the half court at the elbow, off pick and roll, off cuts. Obviously, we posted him some throughout, and we move him around. But it's a credit to him. He's a versatile player. He's an extremely versatile player that can get his own shot or create for others. So, it's a luxury. It's a luxury to have. But I thought he was great tonight again. When we needed a bucket, he found a bucket. Whether it was at the rim or on a back cut. Really good performance by him again.
Let's go to Charles.
Yes. Hi. Congratulations for that win. During the first quarter, we saw that the pace was really increased. Was it part of the game plan to increase that pace on the offensive side, and maybe try to force some shots for the Wizards?
Yeah, as you follow us, and we try to play with pace every night. We're playing a lot faster, and the first quarter is the one that at times we don't have that same pace. And I give LaMelo and Terry and Gordon a lot of credit. And Zeller, I got to put him in that category as well. In that first quarter, they kept the pace. Even early game, early start, first quarter, we wanted to keep the pressure on Washington. When we come out sluggish, we're a little bit slow out the gate. We're not pushing the tempo. To answer your question, we were much more aggressive tonight with our pace, especially early. I think it gets us going. It gets the ball moving. It gets us some easy attacks on the rim and kick out threes. So that was a big part of getting us going, was our pace offensively.
Thanks.
Let's go to Danny.
Coach Danny Thompson with a 3-point conversion. Going into tonight's game, the team had been probably the second worst team when it comes to allowing points in the second quarter. Tonight, you guys were plus 12. How does it feel, number one, to be up plus 12, and how good is it to get the team going at halftime when you're not giving up as many points as you normally have been in the second quarter?
Our whole thing at the second and third quarter was our defense. I mean, that was the mentality from the start. In the huddle and the timeout, we said, let's get more stops. Let's get greedy. Our guys are buying into it. They're more committed on the defensive end. And it showed 21-21 out of the second and third quarter. That's where it's got to start for us every single night. Defensively, we got to get stops. When we get stops, we got a chance to score. If we're taking it out of the net, it's going to be slugfest in the half court. For us, we want to get stops, get out, run, play with our pace, and make good decisions there. And I think that's what you saw in the second and third quarter.
Let's go to Christos and wrap up with Richard.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Hey, good to see you.
How important for you is to carry on the momentum of that win? And do you believe it was the most completed performance of the season so far?
I thought it was a 48-minute performance. And what I said last game, we played a very good Utah team, maybe the best team in the league right now. Our second half was a good second half, and we built on that. We found some rhythm. We found some, there were some positives that came out of that second half. And I just wanted to carry that momentum over into this game. So that's what we talked about. I've seen growth, even though we didn't win those last two games. There was a lot of growth there. And I think tonight you saw a sample of this team stepping up, getting better on both ends of the floor. But I think this game really started in the second half of the Utah game.
Let's get to Richard and wrap up there.
Coach Borrego, Richard Walker, CarolinaSportsHub.com. Talk about PJ getting back into the lineup and kind of what you saw from him today.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't shoot the ball great. 28 minutes. We didn't get him a ton of touches, but it was great to have him back out there. You know, PJ's big for us. We need his versatility. It settles our lineup. It settles our bench. It gives us rhythm. He did play some 5 out there as well, so I think he'll be even better tomorrow night.
Thank you, Coach. I'll see you guys all over the player link.
Take care,
Thank you.
everybody.